This man, it's a lot of brothers here. This man here's got an afro. This is an afro right here. Or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skin head. What they call it, high and tight? High and tight. It's not my culture. Am I right around? They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl.
Okay,
she called me.
Look, they said the revolution wasn't going to be televised, but here we are. In 4K, today. And we're going to put it on display. Today, we lost over 7,000. 7,000 black men lost their lives in the Vietnam War. This was a genocide that we did survive. And we're going to talk about it. The birth of a revolution started right here. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let me tell you something about down south. Let's say down here in July this year right here, when the so-called the beasts, this is what we call them because they act savage and barbarous like animals. They pull M16s on us.
Do you think the black man's going to be rewarded if he shows bravery? No. When the black man gets back here, he's going to be just like he was before he left. Have you seen the papers where the black man have a white man over his shoulder and saving him and everything else? When that black man come back here, he can't take that same white man over his shoulder.
How do you think things are going to change? Are they ever going to change?
No.
No?
We're going to change it.
Well, why weren't you marching today, then? Can you tell us that?
I'm
You're going to march?
Oh, believe me.
You're going to join in the march?
I'm going to march. Because I might not live to see it, but my children will live to see it. I'm not going to let that. You and everybody else took everything away from us. And we're going to get it back. Believe me when we say we're going to get it back.
Get what back? What you mean?
He said, what you mean, D?
She's talking about like the Rosewoods of the world, the Black Wall Streets of the world.
You think this march will help you to get it back?
It's a piece. It's a step forward. You know, you got the 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. You can't just bottom to the top.
What do you think about this question of patriotism? That you should be patriotic and send your kids to fight over in Vietnam?
No. Well, for what? For what? What we got to be patriotic for? What you gave us? You didn't give us nothing.
Classic from back in the day. Mad Dog from Jason's lyric. Fresh out of Vietnam. Check out this clip.
Mama say. Mama say Vietnam drove Mad Dog crazy. She say when he lost his leg, he lost his mind.
Mad Dog.
And when Mad Dog lost his leg, he lost his mind. Hey, but shout out to Dan Bullock, man. Dan Bullock was 14 years old when he signed up to go fight in the Vietnam War. Altered his birth certificate, was 14. He died at 15. Died way before his time, man. Shout out to Dan Bullock.
Calls me up one day, says they're gonna get this little thing going, so they're gonna try to help the brothers and the white man get along. So they started this little thing up and ain't no progress, been getting into it at all. It's been going something like about 4 days now, you know. So they're gonna tell me, says, well, look here, we want you to be on the team, you know. So they're gonna form this team, a white man and a black man. You have to still, every time I go up there, you know, discuss a problem with the man. The white man ain't never there. They ain't got no white man. They just want a black man in there so they can find out everything the black man is doing and what he's going through, you know. And they're going to try to put their own ideas on the white man because all white men think alike. Devilish and shit, you know.
I gotta give you a couple of incidents. We went on the beach out of town one day. There's a little shoe shine girl about 7 or 8 years old. She said, the black man is ugly. Now, where do a little Vietnamese girl learn something like that from, right? And so we just look at her and say, yeah, who told you that? She said, that's all right. Said the black man is ugly. He's a monkey, got a tail. And we said, wow, this is foul. Because she never knew what black was before the white man come on. He bring us way over here to teach people something like that. Plus he want to pat us on the back and say I'm your brother. No, he can't do that. Like up in Saigon, there's some places you can't go up in Saigon. It's just like in Georgia, like, there's some places in Saigon you can't go. Yeah, you go up in Saigon down on Tulo Street and you walk in there, and you ain't welcome at all, and they'll let you know it. But let a white man walk in there, and he's welcome. That's his thing, right? But it's just like the world in Georgia, Alabama, wherever you are, even in the North. You got your things where you can go and where you can't go, even over here in Vietnam, believe it or not. And they bring you way over here, treat you like this. In a way, in your mind, you want to rebel, but you can't. Because every brother knows, say, a BCD, dishonorable discharge, right? They'll give it to you in a minute. If you get it, you know it's going to be hard when you get back. Right. BCD, bad conduct discharge. dishonorable discharge. Hey, I don't want you in my school. I can't hire you. So he done messed over you already right there. So he know he got these things that he can always hang over your head so that you can't really rebel. You can do it and say get away with it for a while, something small, but you really try to bring back a real change in the people over here, the white man. I won't say the Vietnamese white man. He'll mess over you. He will. He got his thing, his ways of doing it. I want to say something.
How come? It's illegal, they say. It's against regulation. They come down hard.
We have to.
Yeah. All right, if you don't take it off before you come in the theater, you don't get in theater. You know, this is the way they do this thing. Right on. They said the afro was legal. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
That's what they said, it was legal. We can sport an afro. All right. This man, it's a lot of brothers here. This man here's got an afro. This is an afro right here. Or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skin hair. What they call it, high and tight. High and tight. It's not my culture. Am I right or wrong? They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigger. A nigger, a Vietnamese girl. I know it's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me that's part of their language. But I'm gonna go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we go over here, we fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation. All these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of, you understand? And then we go back, we're continuously harassed. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard. This is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now, see. We see it now. This ain't what we heard, you know.
I know y'all haven't been out in the Ville. Now, just like you said, these Oriental people don't know how to where the word nigga came from or nothing. They have to learn how to speak it. You go out there in that Ville. The first time I come over here, I goes out in the Ville, I falls into one of these places, and I'm thrown out because I'm black, you know? Because I'm black. They don't like us. They say, we start trouble. Now, who done put this stuff in their mind? You know what I mean? The beasts came over here and brainwashed these people. We get out here and try to do our thing, and they wants to downrate us.
Right on.
Because we're black. Because the beasts came over here and told them that we ain't nothing but trouble. Right. Because we got a strong rapper and they scared we're going to take the women away.
Right. You know what I mean? Well, wait a minute. Let me tell you something about down south. Let's say down high in July this year right here, when the so-called the beasts, this is what we call them because they act savage and barbarous like animals.
Nah, that's a fact, and we be banging on the beast. That's the culture. Hey, with this young thug granddaddy, you can't tell me it ain't. You know what I'm talking about? And look, the Viet Cong was conscious of the KKK and what they was doing to us because they left this message right here for the brothers. Saying you basically doing the same thing to us that they doing to you in America. That was deep.
It's not the problem. The problem not only exists in the medical center. The problem exists all over Okinawa. The problem is, you know, is if you want to be black, then you have to fight the problem. You have to fight that you can't make with so much promotion, especially if you're a 2 or 3 year man coming into service and going out. You know, you're not trying to come into service and make it a career. You're trying to do your job to your country and go back and do your thing. But the problem that you meet is problem they want you to be some kind of little white Negro, you know, fall into their standards, take second-class standards like cutting all your hair off or, you know, being a half man. It's certain things are natural to you, and certain things you accept without any doubt. If I have to cut my hair, then damn it, everybody else is gonna have to cut theirs too.
I mean, a guy can wear a cowboy get up into all the clubs. He can get his tall hat on, the fringes and the boots and everything, and walk in the club. There's not one word said. But you let a man put on a dashiki, and the whole club, and General Lamp and everybody else will hear about it, you know, because he's broken army regulation. See, they're not trying to make exception for you in any way it's possible. You know, they just ignore you in a sense. We got to fight a military machine right now, see? I mean, we probably got CIDs in here now, you know, memorizing every word we're saying now, you know, and they report to the man the first thing, you know, first thing tomorrow morning, so we might be looking for attorneys, you know, first thing tomorrow.
They sent me to the State Employment Agency. You know what they told me? Well, I see you have a minor infraction here for public intoxication while driving a motor vehicle. So I said, what that mean? I did 3 tours over there, 2 voluntary tours. You didn't say nothing about that little infraction when I was over there fighting and killing people. The majority of my friends from Brownsville, Harlem, and Memphis style. Some of them don't have no motherfucking waist from down to up. Some of them can't see. Some of them are just shell shocked. You dig it? I was lucky. I got a Chinese-made rifle bullet in my motherfucking foot. It make me feel like I want to kill every motherfucker who made me go over there. Every motherfucker who said I had to go. That goes from the motherfucker who put the stamp on the letter, who sent me the token, to the motherfucking bus that took me to Fort Dix. Every single one of them motherfuckers. That's how it make me feel.
They don't like it. They just look at us and they think, well, we're just trying to do something that pissed them off or something like this.
We was listening to soul music, and the guy said, we don't like that shit, turn it off. We don't dig your dancing at all. And so we said, wow, like me, myself, I stand in Shore Patrol over there, right? And I have to listen to country and western. We go in the club, we have to listen to it. We never complained anything, so we had soul music one night. No, a couple of nights, 2 nights. And they said they didn't dig it, cut it off. And so he tried to pull it out of the wall, my tape recorder. And stuff went down, he got hit, right? And so they put me on report for disobeying the order, refusing to stop dancing, right? Which I think is very petty. And they also put me on report for assault. They said I hit the chief, this senior show patrolman, right? They said I fired on him, I hit him, right? I said no, I didn't. Like all the brothers went up. In my case, I ain't had to court martial yet. It's been a whole month. They've been holding the thing. Plus, they've been keeping me on restriction. I can't leave the base. I can't even go to the club no more. I'm on restriction. All I can do is write letters, read, or something like that. It's been a whole month. I asked the guy about getting off. I feel like it's already being judged. If they find me not guilty, I already did a month's restriction, right? So I'm still guilty. I already did 1 month's restriction onto the base. There may be something little, but I'm still guilty, right? They didn't completely find me innocent, because I already did some time. I don't think I'll get away. I think it'll be not guilty, because the evidence they got ain't too good.
On December 19th, Bobby Jenkins was found guilty by a court-martial board of all-white officers, fined 2/3 base pay for 3 months, busted from E5 to E4, and restricted to the base for 60 days.
If they see 4 brothers together in Vietnam, the first thing they say is, what are they up to? They're getting ready to plot something. They're getting ready to do something. It's the first thing that comes to their mind. If we go outside right now and all of us be together, you watch the eyes beam down on us because we're together. And so many incidents happen right here in our bay because just we're together. And they'll look at us, and the first thing they'll run to SPs, they might not come right down the spot.
M16s on us. We had a USO show on the 4th of July, okay? The people, it was a soul show, people might say, because most of the songs were black, okay? Because of this, coming from the club where they had the USO show at, we come in contact with all these beasts with M16 rifles and whatnot, pointing at us, threatening to kill us. All right, well, this was reported to the proper authorities. The officer of the day, he didn't do anything. What did he say? Go hit the rack. A man that was in the opposing group, he threw a jar of cheese at the major. Nothing was done about that. But then again, when some of the brothers went and got their guns, you know, was going to get their smoke poles and use them. This is self-defense. Everybody come down on them. If I ever hear you going lock and loading your weapon again, you going, I'm going to lock you up. You'll be in jail from now. This kind of thing. You know, some more brothers know some more incidents. We don't get a fair shake. All right, what I say now might even incriminate me because what they'll hear, what they'll recheck about what's been said on this program or whatever it is, you know, okay, it's all going to come back. It's all going to come back.
It make me feel like I want to kill every motherfucker who made me go over there. Every motherfucker who said I had to go. That goes from the motherfucker who put the stamp on the letter, who sent me the token, to the motherfucking bus that took me to Fort Dix. Every single one of them motherfuckers. That's how it make me feel.
Now, it wasn't a lot of movies that spoke to what happened in Nam and what happened after Nam, but Dead Presidents is one of them. Check out this quick clip from Dead Presidents.
I don't want to pull rank, Cleon, but if you don't get rid of that fucking head...
I don't hear nobody else complaining but you.
Well, maybe you should listen to your team.
Medical advice, Cleon. You dump that shit.
Hey, Doc, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit.
Fuck you, man. It stinks like a sack full of assholes.
Ain't a one of us got as much as a splinter in his finger since I cut this head off. Good luck, Chum. Good luck.
This here's our good luck charm.
If you don't mind, Sergeant, my vote is to get rid of it.
Man, Cleon, you need to get the fuck on with that bullshit, man. That head smell like shit.
It was the first all-black hut in Vietnam. And there were 8 of us in the hut. And it was interesting that even before we knew that he had been killed, all of a sudden these Confederate flags started flying over a lot of the Quonset huts and some of the major facilities. And we kind of tried to figure out where our head was at. Like, what do we do now? You know, do we take these folks on? Because we went to a couple of the huts and asked them to take the flags down, because we knew what it symbolized. They weren't up the day before, they were up that day. But I think it really hit us when over one of the warehouses, I mean, they had to be about 8 by 10 foot flag, Confederate flag, flying over the American flag. We went to the CO of the base and said, look, if you don't get these flags down, there's going to be a problem, a very serious problem. Within 15 minutes, all the flags were down. Yes, there were some problems.
In the months that followed King's death, black militancy swept across the rear areas. Bloods like Randolph Dobie organized themselves, raised their fists in black power salutes, studied black history, wore black beads and berets, and even chose to live in all-black hooches.
Well, they had all white hooches, and they did that primarily for commonality of interest. There was no assignment of hooches. Basically, the whites were, or any group of Marines, could elect to stay in a certain hut. Then we went to the CO and asked if we could have our hut, so that we could have a hut of common interests and goals and relationships. And the CO granted us that privilege.
Now, how did your fellow white Marines feel about this all-black hooch in their midst?
Well, at first, they didn't seem to have any problems, but later on, there were a couple of incidences of cross burnings, and they even tried to burn down the hut once.
What do you mean cross burnings? Did you see a cross burned in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Where?
In front of my hut.
What did you do when you saw a Confederate flag flying over a forward base?
The damn thing came down. And the commander answered to me.
Why did you bring it down?
Because we weren't fighting the Civil War.
First of all, as an African American, when I first arrived back from the Vietnam War for the first time, I could not even get a taxi cab to give me a ride home. And that's because of the color of my skin.
And they know they dead wrong. After us being gone for so long, out there with the Viet Cong, to come home and still can't get a cab, still can't get a taxi, still being treated like a second-class citizen after putting it all on the line for all that time. We lost over 7,000 brothers in the Vietnam War. This was a genocide. They had David Duke on the draft board. So it was disproportionately us that died on the front line. Yeah, part 3 on me. We're going to unpack what happened when they got back and how this African-American struggle was never the same. Part 3 coming soon.